Welcome back to English 4.0, the radio show. Let's go! Intermediate. Hello, friends, and welcome back to the program. Welcome to Intermediate, class number 159. Yeah, we're moving along through the content here. And it seems my shows, I've noticed I always seem to say the same thing. We'll get started with a review of yesterday's material, and it's true, because we're just following the material on the television, the same content. And yes, it is good to review. It's important to review. So you get a chance to see everything twice. Well, you get a chance to hear everything twice on the radio and to see everything twice on the television as well. Today will be no exception. We'll take a look back at yesterday's content. We were talking about questions with anything. Anything. We were talking about anything yesterday. And the examples, it said, ¿Hay algo que pueda hacer? Is there anything I can do? So using any in the question. Now, in the affirmative answer, we'd say yes. Is there anything I can do? Yes, there's something you can do. So yes, we're using anything in the question. And something, yes, there's something you can do. Something in the affirmative answer. Okay? No, in the negative answer. No, there isn't anything you can do. But I've actually had some students ask me about this. And I can't remember specifically the email. I can't remember the name of the student who wrote in and asked me. But it's true, because yes, you can use something in questions, and our student guide doesn't mention this, but think of some and any, whether it's something, someone, somehow, or anyone, anyhow, anything. Yes, we typically use any in questions and some in an affirmative answer. However, we use any in questions when we're questioning the existence of something. So imagine I say, do you have any milk in your refrigerator? Then I say, yes, I have some. Yes, I have some milk in my refrigerator. Yes, I do. I have some milk. Then I could turn to you and I could say, would you like some? Would you like some milk? Would you like some? Now here, yes, I'm using some in a question, but I'm not questioning the existence of the milk. When I say, do you have any milk? There I have to use any. Do you have any milk? Yes, I do. Would you like some? So there we have some appearing in the question, but typically we are questioning the existence of something. Did he say something new? Did he say anything new, we would say normally. Right, we would normally use any. Did he say anything new? Yes, he said something new. No, he didn't say anything new. Okay? For example, did you buy anything in the supermarket yesterday? Yes, I bought something. Did you see anyone at the office yesterday? Yes, I saw someone. Did you see anyone? Yes, I saw someone. So now let's practice with the exercise we saw yesterday, where I'll give you the answer to the question, and I want you to ask me the question that I've answered. So the first answer, yes, he did something new. So the question would be, did he do anything new? Second answer, no, she didn't want anything to eat. So the question would be, did she want anything to eat? So there, any appearing in the question, and in the negative, something in the affirmative response. Yes, I needed something to clean it with. Did you need anything to clean it with? No, it isn't anything important. Is it anything important? No. Yes, there's something I'd like to tell you. The question, of course, is there anything you'd like to tell me? Okay. Good. So there we go. Something, our little discussion of something. It's nice to talk about something, I think. But now let's talk about loneliness, being alone. Alone versus lonely. Alone. So alone is essentially sin otros, de forma exclusiva. I'm alone. Right now, I'm alone again in the studio. Yesterday, I was alone in the studio. Yesterday, I recorded the program in the big studio. I was alone. I didn't have a guest. But our sound man, Manu, was there. He was in the other room. He wasn't recording with me. I was alone in terms of recording, but he was on the other side of the glass. Now I'm here once again alone. I'm in the other little studio. There are two little studios here. And yes, once again I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. Lonely is when I feel bad about being alone. So it's the way I feel. It's an emotion. It's a negative feeling. I don't feel lonely right now. I don't mind being alone. Of course, I prefer having guests on the program. Sometimes I feel a little bit lonely here, talking to myself a lot. Yes. Ask me if I live alone. Kyle, do you live alone? No, I don't. I don't live alone. I have some roommates. Ask me if I would feel lonely if I lived alone. Kyle, would you feel lonely if you lived alone? Maybe. Maybe I would. Maybe I would feel lonely if I lived alone. Not sure. But no, now I don't feel lonely. I don't live alone and I don't feel lonely. I like being alone. I like time to myself, you know? And we'll talk about that in a moment, but let's first take a little break from this to take a look at our word of the day. Word of the day. All right, our word of the day today is seldom. Seldom. Another frequency adverb, seldom, raramente. Seldom. Yes, I seldom eat callos. For example, I seldom go to Valencia. I've been there a few times, but I seldom go there. I don't go there very often. Seldom. Seldom. It's even less frequent than occasionally. We have occasionally, and then seldom. And then casi nunca, almost never, or hardly ever. But I seldom. I do sometimes eat callos, but I seldom eat callos. So seldom. Ending with that M sound, so be sure to close your mouth with the letter M. Seldom. Raramente. Seldom. A frequency adverb is today's word of the day. Now here I am in the studio, all on my own. I'm here. I'm on my own in the studio. So we have on your own, or also by yourself. I'm hosting the show today by myself. It means I'm alone, sin ayuda, right? By myself. We have, for example, and I've talked about this, I don't know if it was on this program, or I think maybe it was on my other program, The Verb Circus, when I talked about doing something yourself versus doing something by yourself. And the example I gave on the other program, I said I drove to Barcelona myself. So if I say I drove there myself, then I would be emphasizing the idea that I was the driver. And I'm proud. I'm happy that I was the driver. I did it myself. I did it. But if I said I did it by myself, then I would say that I was alone when I did it. So we have by yourself, by myself, or by yourself being equivalent to on your own. So let's try a few responses here, or I'm going to give you one structure, and I want you to give me the equivalent structure. So I'll say, can't you do it by yourself? And you can say, can't you do it on your own? On your own. Okay? Sometimes I'll give you the by yourself, and sometimes I'll give you the on your own. And I want you to give me out loud the opposite, well, the equivalent, but the other structure, okay? So they built the house on their own. And you can say, they built the house themselves. On their own or themselves. They built the house themselves. Yes. He did it all on his own. He did it all by himself. He did it all by himself. She programmed the robot on her own. She programmed the robot by herself. By herself. We can easily eat the pie on our own. We can easily eat the pie by ourselves. Just us. We don't need anyone else. Just you and I. We can eat this pie. Do you think you could eat a whole apple pie by yourself? On your own? I don't know if I could. Or it depends how hungry. It depends how hungry I was at the time. But, We thought we could repair the system by ourselves. We thought we could repair the system on our own. So on our own, by ourselves. Okay? The equivalent structures, by ourselves, on our own, by myself, on my own. Okay. So today, here I am, hosting the radio show by myself. I'm here hosting the show on my own. I'm alone in the studio. I'm doing it all on my own. That's right. All right, let's move on now and take a look at the vocabulary of the day. Vocabulary of the day. All right, it is time for the vocabulary of the day, our 5 words of vocabulary. The first word today is tranquilo. Tranquilo, we say easygoing. He's a very easygoing person. Easygoing. Archivador. Archivador. Un archivador we call a filing cabinet. Filing cabinet, yes, filing. So to file, archivar, to file, a filing cabinet. Sabor. Sabor is flavor. Flavor. Incendio forestal. Incendio forestal, we say a forest fire. Yes, forest fire. It's a fire in the forest. Gobernador. Gobernador. This is a governor. Governor. Governor, someone who governs, to govern. And a governor, gobernador, the person is a governor. All right, very good. We've seen our vocabulary today, which leaves us with only one more thing to do. We've got about 4 minutes to do it, so let's move on and take a look at today's translation list. Translation. All right, it's time for our translation list. List number 58 today. Starting with number 1. ¿Dónde guarda tu secretaria las llaves? Where does your secretary keep the keys? Where does your secretary keep the keys? Number 2. Te vamos a trasladar a otra división. We're going to transfer you to another division. We're going to transfer you to another division. Number 3. Necesito que me ayudes con esto. I need you to help me with this. I need you to help me with this. Number 4. Solo quedan 3 días. There are only 3 days left. There are only 3 days left. Number 5. ¿Les has llamado? Have you called them? Have you called them? Number 6. Di algo. Say something. Number 7. ¿Qué les dijiste? What did you tell them? What did you tell them? Yes, ¿qué les dijiste? What did you tell them? Number 8. ¿En qué lado de la calle vives? Which side of the street do you live on? Which side of the street do you live on? Number 9. Tengo la piel seca. I have dry skin. I have dry skin. Now, we don't say I have the skin dry. No, I have dry skin. Number 10. Está entrando un fax. A fax is coming in. A fax is coming in. Number 11. Llámales y diles que lo vuelvan a mandar. Call them and tell them to send it again. Call them and tell them to send it again. Number 12. Prefiero una cena ligera. I prefer a light dinner. I prefer a light dinner. Or also, it could be, I prefer a light supper. Supper, dinner, I prefer a light dinner. All right, we're out of time. I would love to continue, but we have to stop. I'm going to take a break for about 3.5 minutes, but I'll be back with the advanced portion of the class. I hope you'll keep listening. See you soon.